Hey Aquarius, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name's Erica, and this is your January 2017 monthly Astrology and Tarot forecast video. So, why don't you sit a spell so we can talk about the stars? Alright, we're going to be beginning the month with a Mercury retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde in your 11th house until he starts to move out of shadow and towards station direct, which will be the 9th or 10th of the month. So heads up on that. 11th house is your friends, groups, future wishes, goals, and dreams, or bucket list type energy. Could be a lot of communication or revisiting of communication in that area of life. Probably dealing with a lot of internet communication or internet-based communication because it's touching on the 11th house. Now, Mercury will be moving station direct, like I said, the 9th or 10th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, and will clear his shadow by mid-month and be moving on. So, on January 3rd or 4th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have Venus moving into Pisces. This is your second house, and this is the house that covers your money, possessions, earning ability, self-esteem. Anything that you could point at, classify, or introduce as mine would probably qualify as a second house item. The second house is ruled by Taurus. Now, on the 12th or 13th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have a full moon at 22 degrees of Cancer. This will be occurring in your 6th house. This is the house that's ruled by Virgo, and it deals with your work and your health. It also deals with your day-to-day agenda. It deals with your daily grind, the daily to-do list. It also covers the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. This is going to be a 22-degree full moon in Cancer occurring in your 6th house. So it could also deal with a lot of emotions, and it could be based somehow in home or family situations because of the Cancerian placement of the full moon. Now, also on the 12th or 13th of the month, we're going to have Mercury moving into Capricorn. This is your 12th house. Mercury will be joining the Sun and Pluto in your 12th house. So this is shining light and giving communication or movement, possibly transformative or deeply, deeply bringing renewal to this 12th house, where that's the house of your limitations, your oppressions. It's also a karmic house. It deals with your self-undoing, and it also covers secrets. It's secret enemies, secrets that you keep from yourself, like repression, secrets that you keep from others, and secrets that could possibly be being kept from you as well. It's also the house of dreams. I would consider that you would possibly be getting some pretty impactful messages through your dreams. So I would suggest keeping a dream journal for that period of the month from the 12th onwards. Now, on the 19th or 20th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we'll have the Sun moving into Aquarius, which is the first house, your first house. The first house deals with your personality, your physical body, and your appearance. I like to say that the first house is how the world and others see you. It's the physical embodiment of who you are. And it also means that it will be Aquarius season. So happy birthday to you Aquarius, early born Aquarians. It's your time to shine. Now, on the 27th or 28th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to be having an 8-degree new moon in Aquarius in your first house. So it may be a good time for you to consider possibly doing a new workout regimen, or because this is something that takes about 6 months to come to fruition. It would be like working on your physical body, working on your appearance, or working on your personality. So that would be pretty cool if you were to use this new moon for that situation. One thing of final note, on the 28th or 29th of the month, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have Mars moving into Aries. And Mars rules Aries. So Mars feels very comfortable in Aries. This is your third house, the house of communication. The third house is ruled by Gemini. You may be dealing with very passionate speech, or dealing with siblings, cousins, neighbors, or people in your neighborhood with a little bit of an aggressive tone as well. You may want to use this time as a means for exercising, to burn off some of that aggression that you will be feeling towards those around you. It's just a part of the transit, y'all. Another thing to be wary of and be very careful of is, with Mars moving into your third house of communication, this deals with short distance trips and short distance journeys. This also covers your commute and the vehicle that you ride in. So I see it possibly being a time of road rage as well. So just be careful, be considerate, and take your time. It's better than plowing through. So what I'm going to do now, Aquarius, is grab my cards. I'm going to shuffle on screen for y'all and meditate and ask for the general messages for my Aquarius friends and viewers. I want to take this time to remind you that this is a general reading for the Aquarius people. This can be your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. I've gotten confirmation from people saying that it resonates on those levels, so if it does for you, I'm happy. But if it doesn't, I invite you to check your moon and rising sign for corresponding or extra resonant messages for you there, because not every reading is going to match your sun sign. And the majority of people who are looking up astrology know their sun sign, but don't really know their moon or their rising sign. So there's lots of information on how to get a free natal chart. And if you get that natal chart and you don't know how to read it and you need help, you can send me an email at sweetteastro@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to help you find your rising and moon placements, because I believe that that is something that every person should know about themselves. It's a very wonderful tool for self-analysis and for utilizing astrology to help be an active co-creator, a conscious co-creator in your world. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. Aquarius. I'm going to turn my little clipboard sideways and use it as a desk, a lap desk. I'm going to cut for you now. Okie doke. I'm going to take the bottom card to represent the underlying theme or the overarching energy for the spread. The first card will represent the present. The second will represent the past. The third will represent the obstacle. The fourth will represent the help. And the fifth will represent the possible outcome. The next deck I'm going to use is the Healing and Meditation Oracle deck. And I'm going to get a shuffle on here as well. I shuffled these very well off camera. But this is for my Aquarius friends and viewers for January 2017. General message. Cool. Okay, you got Lanyap. 2 cards. Lanyap, for those of you who are new to the channel, is a Louisiana term for a little something extra. So you got a Lanyap Healing and Meditation Oracle card. Pretty cool. Now, the deck that I'm using now, well, tried shuffling, but that was an epic fail. This deck is the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck. A little bit of better lighting in here for this reading, y'all. Sorry about last month when I didn't have every light on in this room so y'all could see what was going on these cards. But I love this deck. I love the energy that's coming off of it. And I wanted to share it again with y'all for this month's reading. Gonna try to make it a standard, because there are a lot of viewers that utilize crystals, and I think that every bit of energy and information we can get from cards is a good thing. For my Aquarius viewers for January 2017. Okay. You had a card fall out. So, what I'm going to do now is hit the pause button do the math, and I'll be right back, y'all. Hang tight. Alright, Aquarius, I'm back with the cards, so let's get right to it. The underlying theme or overarching energy for this July 2017 spread is the King of Swords. And I feel like this is representative of you, Aquarius, because the swords represent air signs, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The King of Swords is a mature, inventive, revolutionary kind of humanitarian, abstract thinker. This guy thinks outside of the box. He could be a problem solver. I also see this as a lawyer or a professional in their field in some way, usually using their voice or their words, their mental faculties to bring about positive endings. Or bring about positive resolutions. You want this guy on your side, and if it's not you, you definitely want him on your side. But I feel like it's you. I feel like you're up. I mean, you're in the upright. You're looking at things from the appropriate perspective, and it's fixing to be Aquarius season. So I feel like this is definitely highlighting the fact that it's time for the King of Swords, y'all. It's happy birthday time. Okay. Now, the first card that I pulled represents the present for you. And the present, let me move my notes. There we go. Sorry. Okay. The present is the Chariot, and this is the 7th card of the Major Arcana. The 7 represents the Libra-ruled house of partnerships, relationships, and how you identify who you are as a person and a partner through those relationships. This is people that you deal with on a very regular basis. This is also dealing with counseling and open enemies. If it's dealing with counseling, then this is your doctor. If it's dealing with open enemies, then this could be your advocate or lawyer. Now, the Chariot card is traditionally seen as the tradition card, respecting tradition and holding to tradition. It's also traditionally seen as the Cancer card, but that's not how I see it. I see it usually as the duplicitous signs because of these guys down here. I think of Gemini, I think of Libra, and I think of Pisces because those are the 2 signs that are looking for their mirror, their other half, their other side. I also see, the Chariot once upon a time was a means of transport, a means of getting from point A to point B, and I have a feeling that this card is really speaking very strongly to Mars moving into that 3rd house. Be very careful behind the wheel. Pay attention to what you're doing. No texting and driving. Go the speed limit. Don't employ road rage. There's been a lot of people that have been killed because of road rage incidents here recently. That has a lot to do with the 9-degree Sagittarius new moon that we had. Well, I'm filming this in early December, so it was just recently. But that new moon activated the malefic fixed star Antares. I didn't go into depth in that in my video, and now I'm wishing and regretting that I had, but I can't change it. All I can do is give you the information that I've got now, right? So, the Chariot card is also known for, like, grabbing the bull by the horns or keeping a hold of the reins and keeping it together, keeping it on the road, keeping the wheels going. It's seen as a card of self-mastery or achievement through your persistence. The 2nd card represents the past, and this is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a highly intuitive, empathic, emotionally intelligent individual who is able to see past the veil and through a lot of the stuff that's going on. She knows without knowing how she knows. She knows what's in this cup without having to open it up. But she can be very, very sentimental. She can be very sensitive. She's very focused intently on what's in the cup. The cups represent water sign energy. That can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We're having a full moon at the 12th or 13th of the month at 22 degrees of Cancer in your 6th house. This could be dealing with something in your work or health sector or your day-to-day situation. It could be that you get news about, if this isn't you, then it's someone close to you, but you either a water sign may be coming to see you, or you may be seeing a water sign, or it could be coming up that you will be seeing a water sign. Mercury going in retrograde, especially in your 11th house, it could be friends coming back from, you know, how am I trying to put this? Friends coming back to you, people that you were associated with, people that you've worked with, just, you know, this could be people that you've loved, people that you know from the internet, social media stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing on that part. Now the third, which represents the obstacle in the situation, is the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Pentacles represent money, resources, or health. Anything that you would expend on another situation, living thing, something close to you. That it would be like your money, your health, your energy, your time, devotion, and love. The obstacle with the Ace of Pentacles here is the fact that you may be wanting to make a trip, or someone, it could be that someone is coming to you and telling you that they need money, like somebody from the past. And it could be a message through the internet that you're needing to pay, or something to that effect, because the Ace of Pentacles is normally seen as like a blessing or a beginning of it's like the seed being planted for the harvest. It's going to take a lot of time for the seed to yield the harvest, but this is like the seed. But seeing it in the obstacle, for some of you, it may be pregnancy and not knowing how you're going to go or how you're going to deal with it. It could be that you're finding out about a pregnancy around the full moon, is what I'm saying. And I mean, okay, let's go back to the Chariot card. I told you that this card is seen as the tradition card, and it's traditionally seen as Cancer. Well, I mean, I didn't put two and two together until just now, where you're having the full moon in Cancer. And what's freaky is the outcome is the moon card. So it feels like this full moon in Cancer is going to bring up a lot of work and health situations where it's playing out, but it could also be in your partnerships as well. It could be something in your partnership that affects you so dramatically that it affects your work, or it affects your health. And it could be dealing with the loss of money, or needing more money, or a possible partner is losing a job, or something like that. Now, in the possible help for you is the Five of Swords. And I see this as like petty arguments. I see this as play fighting, and people get tired of it and they walk away. I'm not sure how play fighting would be a help to you. It could be that you're just defending your territory and people are sick of arguing with you. So, but it could be that you're having to deal with somebody who is acting in this manner, where it's the pettiness and the play fighting, and the help to you is that you should walk away from it or disengage. That's really how I see the help would be, is that when you approach someone, and it could be someone in your work or health, Or it would definitely be the work situation. If it's not that, then it's like your partner. But if they're being catty, then just don't even engage them. There's no point. The 5 speaks to the 5th house, and that's the house of romance, love. That's where you fall in love. That's where you make your babies. That's what I've been calling the 5th house like the house that literally has your DNA and fingerprints all over it, because it's where you have skin in the game. It's where you create things. It's where your artistic endeavors come to life. It's where that creative spark is. It could be that you're forced to defend your child in a situation, or you're forced to defend how you seek your pleasure, or you're forced to defend your social group, or just how you like to create. The swords, once again, I feel like this is either you reacting or you being proactive about the situation. It really depends. It's like half and half for this reading, because of the appearance of 2 major arcana. It's like half are going to have it to where they're the ones that need to be petty, and the other half are going to be the ones that need to disengage. And it could be an argument about children, or how you seek your pleasure, or it could be an argument like at the bar, or somewhere where you hang out. I would say disengage. The possible outcome for the situation is the moon card. And the moon is the ruling luminary of Cancer. This full moon that will be occurring on the 12th or 13th of the month is occurring in Cancer at 22 degrees. There's a lot of synchronicity in this reading. Once again, this full moon is occurring in the 6th house. I feel like there's going to be a big situation that arises for you around the 6th house for the full moon. That is the house of work and health, the competency and skills that you bring to the services you provide. It may affect your day-to-day dealings, so be aware. Forewarned is forearmed. This is the 18th card of the major arcana. 1 plus 8 is 9, and that speaks to the Sagittarius ruled house of foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, the study of foreign religion, foreign language, the study of religion, the study of philosophy. It also covers the higher education sector. It covers the political sector. It covers legal system matters. It covers long-distance trips and adventures and questing as well. That's the 9th house. Now, the moon, like I said, is Cancer's ruling luminary. And that's why I see this card as a Cancer card. It's traditionally seen as the Pisces card. It deals with compassion. It may be that the outcome in the situation, no matter what it is that you need to be compassionate. And this guy can be compassionate. Now, he can be detached from his emotions as well. You can be compassionate and not be a blubbering fool all over the place. The moon card is about following your intuition and your gut instincts, and it's illuminating something going on in that 6th house, and it could be peppered with the other numerology that I've given for you. Possible outcome being the moon. Respect your 1, have boundaries. 2, maintain them. 3, do not let people disrespect your boundaries. But also, you need to do the same for others. You need to respect their boundaries and not overstep them as well, because I see this as a card of possibly overstepping boundaries. I see this as a bridge, but you don't see where that boundary is where you can cross over. So Aquarius, I did the math on this spread. It totaled to 30. 3 plus 0 is 3, and that speaks to the 3rd house. And you are having astrological energy at the very end of the month in your 3rd house. It will be Mars moving into Aries. Mars is the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression. It's passionate, but passion is a sliding scale. Passion can be really, really hot, intimate sex with your lover, or it could be fighting and screaming until you're spitting up blood. It could be the most physical aggression out there. So it's a sliding scale. Passion is a beautiful thing, but it can be very terrifying too. It just depends on how you utilize it. Now, Aquarius, I don't see you jumping off the deep end, but just watch your road rage is the biggest piece of information I can give you. Now, I pulled you 2 Healing and Meditation Oracle cards. I really only pulled 1. However, 2 came out, so you got a lagniappe card. The first is dealing with acceptance. It may be that you just have to accept what's going on. Many people find it hard to accept themselves for what they are, and as a consequence, they have low self-esteem. If you are afflicted by doubts of this kind, repeat these mantras to yourself. May I accept the facts. May I not fight against the facts. May I appreciate that the closing of one door opens another door. May I be at peace with the situation. The mantras for acceptance are more effective if you're in a receptive state of mind. The mudra, or the ritual gesture for receptivity, is to sit cross-legged on the floor or in a chair with your palms facing upward. There's a reason why I sit cross-legged when I do these things. It doesn't seem like it would be that much, but I use my hands not only to talk but to interact with the cards, but I sit cross-legged. I use my left hand to pull because the left hand is the receptive hand. All these little things. The second card is dealing with awakening. The sun will be starting out in the 12th house, and that's dealing with the house of dreams and the house of secrets and secret enemies. It's a very dark house. It's the darkest recesses of the mind is how I like to see that house. But the awakening card could also be highlighting the fact that you could be feeling like you're being awakened come mid-month with the sun moving into Aquarius. When the sun is in your 12th house, you can feel extra tired, and you may be actually feeling a little ill because you're having the full moon in the 6th house. Some of you may have to go to the hospital because the 12th house deals with institutions, and 6th house is work and health, so you can see how that would play out. Now, the awakening card reads, in order to get in touch with your inner being, you need to undergo a process of gradual awakening. For this to be successful, you must empty your mind of passing worries and anxieties and focus on thoughts of freshness and renewal. Consider the following, Aquarius. I have been in a deep and restful sleep. I am now awakening to a new world. May I remain open to whatever unfolds. Nature is coming to life all around me as at the beginning of spring. And it's about to be your new year. Except that you may be awakening in certain areas. Now, the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card that flew out of the deck for you was the Clear Quartz card, which deals with clearing, purifying, and magnification. It could be that you need to watch your diet with work and health coming up this full moon. It could be that you're changing jobs. This card heals and amplifies the vibration of all of your chakras. Clear quartz magnifies energy. It purifies spaces and auras and focuses your attention where it's needed, especially in the matters of spirituality. You've pulled this card because you need to deepen your practice, connect more with your guides, and send out the energy you wish to receive. Meditate with clear quartz for purification, clarity, and balance in these things. On the 12th and 13th of the month, you've got the Sun, Mercury, and Pluto in Capricorn. This is your 12th house. It could be that your guides are reaching out to you, and it might be through your dream space. Sleep with some clear quartz near your bed. Maybe that will help with the energy and will help amplify the message that you need to receive. Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. It's Mercury shadow, y'all. I'm sorry. I hope you have a wonderful, happy birthday month, y'all, because it's about your time. I want to thank you, Aquarius, as well. You have repeatedly been the highest viewed videos that I release on a continual basis. Thank you so much for your support and your faith in how I interpret the stars and how I interpret the cards. I hope you find some value of what I share. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers out there as well. I've had a real boost in a lot of the interaction that's been going on. I hope that you enjoy it too. Take care of yourselves. I'll be around for a full moon reading. And look out for your 2017 astrological heads up videos as well. Take care of yourself, Aquarius, and I'll see you for the full moon reading. But until then, namaste and bye, y'all.